We can hang out now. Oh! A theory hangout! Yes! But we can't actually hang out right now. It'd be pretty useless. So how about you come back here early tomorrow after you're done acting things out at the clock tower? You nod at the statue and turn back. Alright, all of our friends covered again. Go back to Isabeau, and then we'll make our way back into the house again once more. Isabeau's here, looking towards the house. Hi again, Sif. What's up? The clock tower's super. Hey, I finished helping everyone out.
You did? You did! I saw you run around with everyone today, which made me very jealous. So I'm glad I get to spend time with you. Are you ready now? We'll probably have to go to the clock tower immediately after we're done, so I don't think you'll have time to do anything in the village after. So I want to make sure you did everything you needed to.
Hang out with Isabeau now. As far as I can think of, we've done everything else. We've talked to the mysterious one that's outside the village, you know, the ho-hum drum one. Talked to the chateau guy, talked to the Spanish lady. We went to the Boulanger, we went the fishing, we talked to the necklace woman, to the jeweler, talked with the kids, talked with the blind man, got the drawing from the little girl, got the flower, and we've already talked with Loop. I don't know, now that we've done everything else, let's go back and just talk with Loop again for just one moment.
Give me a second. Sure, Sif, I'll see you later. Okay, let me know if you need anything, okay?
Because I think after having done everything, maybe Loop might have something to say. I don't know. For some reason, I feel like the first time that we went back into the house is that Loop was seemed very jealous, I guess, in a sense that they didn't get to do anything with us. Hi, Stardust. So, got any theories about the loops I'm trapped in? Why would I? Your name is literally Loop. Thank you, we're actually having this conversation now. Oh, stars above, it is. But just because I call myself Loop doesn't mean I know anything. I'm just bad at names. But I'll see what I can do. What's your question? Do you know anything that could help? Such a broad question, Stardust. As I've told you before, I know as much as you do right now. How can that be? What do you mean? Aren't you here to help me? Why don't you know more about the loops you're supposed to help me with? Don't you tee-hee me. Aww. I still don't have a good answer for you, Stardust. Isn't it already nice to know you have me to talk to about those loops? You could be alone, stuck with only your tiny brain for company, with no one to talk to. That's true, but... Okay. Well, why don't we summarize what we know about those loops? We might find something out. You sigh and nod. Nothing better to do, you suppose. So, you're currently stuck in a time loop for some unknown reason. The loop starts when you wake up in Dormont, and seems to end when you talk to the head housemaiden. Unless I die first, or touch a tear. Yes, maybe the loop considers getting frozen in time by those tears a sort of death. But why aren't you looping back when you get frozen in battle? Huh? Isn't it because I thought the tears worked differently than an actual time freeze skill? Is that so? That is a very fair point. Because when we get frozen in time by like a spell in the middle of battle, I mean, we have a chance to get taken out either through a combo attack or through Mirabelle's skill. Well, you're the one getting frozen, so you'd know. So, you loop if something keeps you from advancing in some way. I wonder if other things would count as keeping you from advancing. Other things? Like what? Like, what if we cut off your legs? Would you immediately loop back? You can't advance if you have no legs, right? I'd rather not test that one. Aw, but understandable. But it is interesting, though. What makes the loop actually loop? You feel like you can remember a few times when time looped back on its own, even if it was just a few minutes. Exactly. Like when we first, like when Bonnie, they were first encountered by the fact that they overheard our conversation with Death, and they screamed that they hated us. Then we immediately looped back to before we had faced them, we had encountered them with the fact that they were listening in on us. Then there was also the time that we had actually looked at the letter that was left by the person who was running away from home. And all of a sudden, we looped back as if we hadn't read that, and the letter itself had changed. Maybe. Does the loop consider talking to the head housemaiden? Something that keeps you from advancing somehow. Oh. Are we finally going to be able to get the option to not talk to the head housemaiden and get out? Maybe. But what would advancing even mean then? Towards what goal? Is there something that happens when you talk to the head housemaiden that makes a certain goal impossible to accomplish? As you found out, all of this might be the work of Timecraft, a power that should be impossible to use. But you and the king are somehow able to manipulate it. But am I manipulating Timecraft if I can't control it? But you can, can't you? You can more or less control where you come back. Except when you talk to the head housemaiden, it seems, which brings you back to the start. But just being able to loop back in time and avoid death might count as you being able to use Timecraft. But if Timecraft is supposed to be too dangerous to even use, how did I get that power? And how can you break the loop for good? Yes, those are big questions, aren't they? I do wonder about the limitations of your powers still. What makes you actually loop? Somehow, I feel like finding out more about that would be useful. Yes? Come on, Loop, don't leave us hanging. Stardust, we've been talking for a while, so maybe not right now, but when you have some time, will you hang out with me for a bit? Huh? Hang out? I have a theory I'd like to test. And we haven't spent any time together, Stardust. I'm lonely. I want to have a long conversation with someone, anyone. I want to hang out. Oh, well? Again, it doesn't have to be right now. Our little hangout time might last a while. Maybe even longer than the rest of the day. I'm sure you have plans for this loop, so I can wait until you have time. Okay? A theory Loop would like to test about the loops. It might be useful. You should talk to Loop and hang out with them when you have time then. Yay! I'll be waiting, Stardust. In the meantime, how can I help you in this wonderful new loop? That's the problem, is that we don't really have much else that we can do. Oh, sorry, I accidentally hit my mic there. The only new things that we could possibly have done with this loop was seeing if carrying the flower might have any other possible effect, but that's definitely a stretch of a thing there. And then the only other thing that was certain was that we had to go into, I'm pretty sure what was the head housemaiden's office, and find the articles about the king to glean new information. But that would only lead to like other questions that we could ask the king. And I'm not sure if it's entirely necessary for us to do that in order to figure out more about the loops, because the king is just as, confused or as like unknowledgeable about it as we are. He only knows as much as like what power has been given to him, and we only know as much as like we've been able to discover through multiple loops. and talking it out with Loop and, assembling theories together on what Timecraft is. I think it's probably best that we actually go through this now. We can hang out now. Oh! A theory hangout! Yes! But we can't actually hang out right now. It'd be pretty useless. So how about you come back here early tomorrow after you're done acting things out at the clock tower? Wait, you want me to sneak out? And spend a loop with me? Yes! But you always go to the house after the clock tower. If you're not here, what will everyone do? What will everyone think? Does it matter what they think? They'll forget it all in your next loop, after all. It matters? I guess it doesn't. Well, it does matter. I'd certainly do say it does matter. So, you won't do it? You won't come and hang out with little old me? I'll come, yeah. The point is that it does matter. Neat! I'll see you soon then. You nod. You spend the rest of the night with everyone. Early in the morning, while everyone is still asleep, you quietly slip away and head to the favor tree. Though it sounds like it's morning. But you can't see Loop anywhere. Up here, Stardust! Up there! Up there? Did Loop go back to their home or something? You look up. Loop is waving at you from the top of the tree. I'm here! I'm here! Come and join me, Stardust! How? Oh, come on, just climb the tree. I know you can do it. You sigh and climb the tree. Ah, isn't it pretty, Stardust? We're so high up. You are. You can see the house from there. Everyone will be inside the house soon. You try not to think about it. Does that also mean that we left our orb behind because without all the orbs, they can't open up the door to the house? Thank you for coming to today's Loop Hangout. If you hang out with me, it'll take some time and... well, you know how this goes. I sure do. I haven't actually prepared anything to talk about. So, tell me about yourself, Stardust. Really? I'd rather not. Huh? Why not? Don't you already know me? It just feels like it. You know too much about me. You knew my name. You know how I think. You knew me before we even met, didn't you? Kind of. Kind of? Do I know you? Oh, no, you don't know me. Don't worry, your memory isn't failing you this time. When we met under the favor tree, that was the very first time we've ever seen each other. Is that so? Yeah, it's a little bit, it's a little bit sus to consider, really, so what with all the wibbly-wobbly, timey-wimey stuff we've been dealing with. So then, is that why you're helping me? Because you know me? Oh. Not really. When I decided to help you, you were not a factor in the slightest. You are now, I suppose. But does that mean you actually believe me? When I say I'm here to help, you don't think I'm lying and I'm actually the one trapping you here or whatever? To be fair, I've had my suspicions, I've had my doubts about Loop. But with everything else that's been going on, it is fair to say is that nothing has been extremely pointing to Loop, other than the fact that it's suspicious that they know so much about what happens. I mean, they obviously have some sort of link to us so that they know exactly what we've been going through and what we're going through at the time and in the moment. You really believe that I'm here to help you? I do. Oh! You always surprise me, Stardust. I know I wouldn't believe myself if I was in your place. Maybe time has made me more jaded than you are. But it's fine. Whether you believe me or not, I'm here to help you. So you can escape this loop. So you believe it's possible. For me to escape? Of course. Why would I be here otherwise? I'm trapped here with you, after all. I want to escape just as much as you do. I know how it feels, you know. To be stuck somewhere, with no hope of escape. Forced to relive the exact same events over and over. Taking any deviation as a sign that things are finally going to change. That everything will be okay. And finding yourself trapped still. Oh, look at me, talking and talking. Don't pay attention to me. I'm doing fine. Loop laughs sadly and looks at the house in the distance. We'll get to see things frozen over. Somehow, some way, they're going to try to continue on without us. They'll fail, and we'll see Vogard get completely frozen in time. Tell me about yourself, Loop. I'd rather not. Loop winks and blows you a kiss. Despite yourself, you laugh. You hear Loop laugh softly as well. Say, Stardust, that reminds me. Have you really looked at more than 100 barrels? Do you think barrels look that appealing to the eye? Do you have a crush on barrels? Hey! You and Loop animatedly talk about the different things you've done during your loops. It's nice to be able to talk about them with someone. You talk and talk until the sun has risen high above you in the sky. It'll happen soon now. What will? The theory crafting part of our hangout session, of course. You open your mouth to ask, and then... You heard a horrible sound. Your head... You saw... something. I'm glad you decided to spend some time with me, Stardust. Sorry it's going to end with this. What? I thought maybe it wouldn't happen, but... See that light in the distance? It's from the King's floor. I see it every time you get far enough to fight him. His first attack. The King's first attack? How long have you been talking to Loop? Who is the King attacking? Who is he? The King doesn't attack or do anything until you get to him. He would only attack if someone... I can feel it every time. Whatever he does, it makes you see something, doesn't it? Something awful. Something so terrible that it's enough to bring anyone close enough to their knees. Stars. I wonder who he attacked. You can't even hear Loop speak. Your friends. They were against the King just now. You know how to survive his first attack. You found out. But... You hear someone cry out. You look at Loop. Loop is just... looking at you. Not saying anything. There's no pity in their gaze. No sadness. Just some slight impatience. Like, did you figure it out yet? Did you figure out what made the king attack just now? There's only one answer, Stardust. Just figure it out already, so we can move on. Who was the king fighting? Who did the king just kill? Did you figure it out yet? Did you? You start screaming. It's because you weren't there! They died because you weren't there! They're gone because you weren't there! You clutch your head, your hair, your stomach. Because you weren't there. Because of you, they're gone. They're gone. Because of you, 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 because of you. What? You stumble and fall to your knees. You breathe harshly, in and out. It's not working. You can't take a full breath. Can't. You hit the ground with your fist. Why? Loop does not answer. Did you know this would happen? Which part? You looping back or your party dying? I had a suspicion about the former. I was certain about the latter. You! Loop is looking straight at you. They don't even seem to care that you drew out your dagger. Somehow, this calms you down. If I tell you to breathe, will you? You... You breathe slowly, in and out. What was that for? For funsies, of course! You take a step forward. And because I was curious to know how the loops work. Aren't you? How the loops work? How could what just happened teach you anything about the loops? Think, Stardust. Why did you loop back just now? Huh? Because the king won, isn't it? Why would the king winning make you loop? You don't immediately loop back the second you and your party lose, don't you? Don't you? I kind of do, though. No, Stardust. You loop when you die. No, it takes a little bit. You loop when you die, Stardust. The fact that the king wins is irrelevant. But you didn't die just now, did you? So why did you loop? But it's the same with the head housemaiden. You don't die when you talk to her, so what makes you loop? You loop when the head housemaiden talks. You loop when the head housemaiden talks to you, and you looped just now. Why? Don't you think this would be important to figure out? Loop's right. There have been other times you looped back without dying too. It's due to an emotional stress and emotional response. But what could be the reason? I wasn't lying when I said I wanted to spend time with you. We never got the opportunity to really talk, after all. But, yes, I figured this would happen. I won't say sorry so you can stop waiting for it! You don't answer. Well, it looks like that's all you can find out about the loops for now. But you can still find out more about the king, can't you? I'll be ready to help you out next loop. But for now, I think we both need some time. Come back next loop, Stardust. You just walk away. Okay, that certainly was a thing. So, this does go to bring out an important fact that it does suggest that, like has been seen in the past, that the loops being triggered is in fact by an emotional response. Excuse me. But then what exactly is so stressing, so vexing about talking to the head housemaiden that it forces Siffrin to loop back? Is it because the head housemaiden says that things are wrong? Is it the very suggestion that the head housemaiden gives, that Euphrasia gives, that something else is wrong, forces us, through a stress response, to loop back? Because the very last time our friends, our family, were able to see things happen, they felt things happening, they themselves were having physical responses to what was going on as well. So does this suggest then that the loops themselves are by our design? It could very well be, possibly. Now let me just check for a minute. Do we actually have all the rest of our progress, or do we have to go through the events with everyone else again? CO Dial. Craft Break Alpha. Yep, makes them move into all craft types. Holy Care Shield. Yep, got that. Creates a shield that makes all family members invulnerable to attacks for 1 turn. Alright, good. We don't have to go back and do that entirely. Which means we can go back to Isabeau and just have our picnic with him. With them. Isabeau's here, looking towards the house.
Hi again, Sif. What's up?
Here, I finished helping everyone out.
Okay. Well, follow me, Sif.
Zone out? No. We need something a little bit more happy after that experience. But then again, if things aren't different, like, we'll be sure to, like, quote-unquote, zone out or skip through. Isabeau leads the way. The field again. He must have spent some time looking for a good spot to see the stars. Your throat tightens. So, what do you need me to do?
Huh? Oh, lay down with me?
You lay down.
It doesn't feel great when people think I'm stupid just because I act a certain way. So I might change again soon, and become someone slightly new. That sounds cool, right?
Crafting himself into a new person. His wish came true.
It might change to be a mix between a jock and a nerd. Balancing it all, you know?
So we'll do the one that we did not. It's probably going to be very much a similar answer. So you'll change into a Jerd?
More like a knock. Sounds better, doesn't it?
Wasn't that the other option? I'm pretty sure that was the other option.
Better mouthfeel.
They both sound bad, Issa.
No, don't say that!
Well, we already said Buff Nerd, you can be a smart jock.
A smart jock. How avant-garde, right? Anyway, after we beat the king tomorrow and go on our separate ways, I'll just change it to someone else. Someone who can be both strong and smart. Both at once. What a concept. Doesn't that sound like someone cool? Doesn't that feel like someone you wouldn't feel ashamed of knowing?
You don't understand why he'd think you'd ever feel ashamed of knowing him. Doesn't he know that you wouldn't be who you are without him? Issa.
Yeah, Sif?
I have never felt ashamed of knowing you. Not even a little bit.
You're gonna make me blush, Sif. And, well, you know I feel the same, right? You're, like, maybe the coolest person I know. You know that, right? And I really like spending time with you. When we hang out, I always discover new things, like cool theater stuff or even just something new about you. And I like how you always have a pun ready for any situation. How you breathe in this specific way sometimes, and I wish I could breathe with you to make you feel better. And I like the way your face looks when you eat your favorite foods. And I want to know more about you, talk with you more, laugh with you more, and I... You hold your breath. Whoa, is that a shooting storm? Hey, look up! Isn't it cool?
You want to keep looking at him, but that's not what the script demands. Pulling your gaze away from him, you look up at the starry sky. You haven't seen a shooting star in years.
Aha! See, I told you they would be here.
You heard Issa mumble to himself about it earlier, more like.
Hi, Siffrin. Hi, Isabel. We figured you'd be here. Can we join you?
Everyone is here! Good to see you, everyone!
Such a beautiful night. Was it your idea to come here, Isabel?
It was!
Under the stars, huh? How romantic. Very well done, Isabel.
What? No, it wasn't romantic at all. Just a pals outing, a buddies hangout. I, of course, would bring any one of you here.
Uh-huh.
I brought our food. We can eat here. A nightly picnic.
Oh, I can smell samosas. Yummy.
Yeah, I made a lot. Fred, take one.
Take two, even. You deserve it.
Siffrin sure worked hard today, didn't they? Hey, thank you for your help earlier.
You look up from your samosa. Yes, thank you, Siffrin. You've been such a great help today.
Fred taught me how to fight. Hey, I'll be able to help you tomorrow. Oh, I'm looking forward to it, Bonnie. So, did Fred help you today, too?
You look at Isabeau. He was already looking at you, smiling. Of course Sif helped me today. Thank you for spending time with me, Sif. You awkwardly smile back.
How wonderful.
Thank you, oh great helper. Here, have another samosa.
And have some pate and bread.
I'm sure you want some tea, too. And here's some of my curry.
Free food time. You eat what's on your plate as fast as possible.
Oh!
You burp.
Ew!
Nice reflexes, Siffrin. Everyone starts laughing happily. You laugh, too. Are you doing the right thing? Repeating this day? Repeating this moment? Making sure they're happy? Making sure they like you? Who are you doing this for?
Fred, you okay? Want more snacks?
You smile. Yes, please.
Then eat! Eat as much as you want!
You all ate and laughed under the stars. Tomorrow, once again, you'll go into the house and fight the king. But today, you're doing this for them. Yes, you're sure of it. You want them to be happy. And now, you know how to make them happy forever. It's the least you can do, right? It's what they deserve, isn't it? They didn't ask to be here, so you have to make sure everything is perfect. Here we are back again at the doors. The house's gate. You play with the orb.
House's gate, huh? It's bigger than I thought. So scary.
It really is locked shut. I can see space for us to put the orbs.
This whole adventure, this whole journey, after all this time, I can finally open it. I have my orb right here.
Let's go for it then.
You'll fight to learn how to use this. How to use We Will Win again. Very much so. Here we are once more. We're gonna skip over the tutorial. Oh, up ahead, that's... That stupid sadness again. Stand still like usual. Okay, here's some new options. Is that this isn't like an option to go over the tutorial. These are completely thing. This would be the option for us to do the tutorial. We'll just attack. A sadness, huh? The house must be crawling with them. I don't care, everyone. Let's You strike. So annoying. You have enough of all these stupid sadnesses standing in your blinding way. Always here, getting in your way, always slowing you down. Why won't they all die? Not dead yet? You strike again. Not dead, not dead, not dead, not dead, not dead, not dead, not dead. There we go. I got it! I got it! Oh no. Okay. That was definitely the wrong choice. We can't skip over this now. We gotta go through the tutorial once more. Okay, that's fine. Another instance of it showing that it's, being triggered by, like, an emotional factor, an emotional stress of some sort. Okay. So, now this begs some questions then. Because Siffrin is very much against, trying to remember anything about their past. And if we go through the secret door that's at the top floor, where we know we're supposed to likely remember everything, we're just gonna keep on looping? Is that what this is? There has to be some way to force Siffrin to actually be okay, face their trauma, so they can actually move forward and change. But yeah, that's fine. We're gonna go through it regularly, of course, now. Okay. The house must be crawling with them. Okay, everyone, let's, Don't get overwhelmed now. Come on. We've seen tons of those already.
Don't worry, Belle. We can take care of them, no problem.
Okay, but... Here again. Stay silent and skip. Sorry! I'll be okay. Let's go, everyone.
Monster time!
Everyone feels more powerful. You managed to beat the king earlier. You feel stronger. You gained a lot of XP. Siffrin is now level 76. Oh gosh! Oh gosh, Siffrin's HP is above 1,000. Oh my goodness. Don't kill it in one strike, or they'll notice. Your attack lowered. Actually, we're just gonna make things faster. That way we can avoid doing one-hit kills. Everything's fine with that. No worries. We're really gonna have to make sure we take our time with our battles now in order to avert suspicion from us. This is wonderful. Okay. You know, now I'm gonna try to make things as, like, as condensed as possible for everyone, though. So, hopefully you enjoyed the videos. Like and subscribe, please. Any case, moving on. Rondo. We're gonna just cut him up. And then we're gonna smash. Smash the like button, please. Haha. 100 experience. We did it!
See, Mira? It wasn't that bad.
I did the house with you a piece of cake.
Huh? Siffrin? You jump and laugh awkwardly. Take the lead, take the lead, take the lead. They're all counting on you. Don't scare them by acting weird. You got a memory of sadnesses. You'll always remember this. When equipped, sadnesses will flee from you. Very well, I guess that's the case then. Of course, we do need them to get levels so that they can get their crafts. So everyone feels more powerful. Just hit attacks. Ouchies. Would the tear you apart actually kill it in one hit? I certainly hope not. Okay, well, no. We're gonna avoid trying to take the first strike. I think that's probably the best bet. We're gonna avoid trying to taking the first strike for the rest of our battles here. Make up the time. Alright, so stand the first. And attack with paper. Fold them up. Hooray! Breathe in and out. 200 experience. One more sadness to deal with, and then we're at the save point. Yay! Oh, wonderful. This is the scissors one. Okay, just a regular attack, please. Don't kill it in one hit. Oh boy. I mean, hey everyone! I mean, it was Papercraft and I'm Scissors type, so of course it's weak to me. 400 experience received. Everything's fine, everyone. Everything's fine. Just gonna save here. Hey, John, touch the light. Everyone was healed. Your family member's craft skills and experience have been recorded for this location. Close your single eye.